Hello everybody, my name is Travis, and welcome to Syberia. Now, if you've been watching my Twitch channel, you should know that I have had some difficulty streaming, so rather than keep Syberia on the Twitch stream, I'm going to transfer this gameplay over to YouTube, so that way I can actually play it, and I don't have to worry about bullshit like Comcast fucking me over and dropping my stream, which creates probably about an extra 6 videos that just have to get deleted on my Twitch channel. So anyway, we're gonna be doing this instead. I have played this already. I've played up a bit. As you can see, I've already got a couple of saves here. It sucks to say, but I'm gonna start fresh from the beginning on this one because the game is just fantastic. If you don't know Syberia, and I've had the game in my library for a long time. I've had Syberia in my game library, in my list of games to play for so long now. And it's really an excellent game. It's excellent. And if you haven't seen it, this is the time. So just watch and see what it's all about. It's really awesome. Welcome to the game. Right off the bat, I gotta tell you something. I'm recording this in a very weird way. If I can show a picture, which I just might at the end of this, I have my game on this monitor. I can't record the game. Or stream it without having it being a window capture. Instead of like recording the game source itself, I have to capture the window. There's a very specific thing. This totally doesn't matter. Skip past this. It's gonna be like 20 seconds on if you wanted to see the gameplay. I had to look up a specific launch argument for the game. It only launches in 800 by 600. The window is tiny as fuck. It's literally about, I don't know, that's a terrible comparison, but the window is about that big, and if you can imagine, my monitor is about that wide, so it's tiny as fuck. Tiny as fuck. I have to record that window, but because that window is so small, and OBS, it doesn't look that stretched out, to be honest, on OBS. I have to look at OBS to play my game, and make sure that my mouse, which is on that screen, doesn't float off the screen over here, and sometimes I'll click over here because it's actually over there. It's weird, but I've done it for like the last couple weeks, so it should be fine. Anyway, let's play the game. Let's get into this. This is fun. I like this game. I've really discovered that I love this game.
Hi there. Hey, hi there. What are you doing? Can I see?
No, too difficult. Momo's work very difficult.
Okay, Momo. Well, let me introduce myself.
So, your name's Momo. I'm Kate.
Momo do like Hans. He draw.
Hans?
Don't disturb Momo. Momo work difficult.
Will you show me your drawing?
No, not finished. Go away.
Alright,
I guess I'll let you continue working.
Yeah. There's one thing you'll come to find about Kate, and you'll see it as I play through the game, but Kate...
I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further. I wonder who can help me.
Kate really comes off as a bitch. That's the one thing you'll find out, is you just keep watching the series. You will find out that Kate really comes off as a bitch. I've read through all of the dialogue and all of the script, all of the papers so far. So if you want to read, feel free to pause and take a look. It is basically talking about Vorarlberg manufacturing, and in this alternate kind of sci-fi-ish universe where everything in this little village of Valadilene, in the series of the games of Syberia 1, 2, 3, and A World Before, or something like that, take place. It's describing the automatons in the factory and the Vorarlberg heritage and pedigree and stuff like that. And this game is very, very environment-based. You have to have your eyes open at all times, or you're not going to proceed. I spent so much time...
I'll wait for the storm to end before I step outside.
I spent a lot of time on, hold on, let me make sure my microphone isn't, like, way too loud really quick. I need to make sure that is the first thing I need. I should have done this earlier. I really should have done this earlier, but, no, okay, we're good. So that is the one thing you'll find. If you hear the audio cut out, it's because I'm clicking out of the window to do something else. But that is the one thing you'll find. Is, this game is very environment-based. The littlest things, you have to keep your eyes open or you're not going to proceed. I spent a lot of time playing this game, making, like, no progress, because I'm an idiot. And I just didn't have my eyes open. Things that were right in front of my face, I totally, just absolutely blasted by, because I'm dumb.
Okay, okay, I'm coming.
Hi there.
Hello there, ma'am.
Hello, I'm Kate.
I would like a room. My company should have made a reservation in the name of Walker. The company is Marson and Lormont Associates. The name is Kate Walker.
Of course, Miss Walker. You are in room 6 on the next floor up.
Thank you.
Of course, I need your help, though. My bags are a little heavy. My bag, singular.
Could you possibly take my luggage up, please?
Please do excuse me, Miss Walker. We have been neglecting our duties. Guests are so rare these days that we forget our manners. So you're the American woman? Is it true what people say, that you've come to buy the factory?
Not factory. Anna's house. Hans' house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? I imagine our little town must disappoint you. You see, today is very sad for us. It's a day of mourning. Today is the funeral of Miss Anna.
Momo sad, but Hans not dead. Hans long way away. Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear?
Man, just threw a fit.
What was I saying? Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valadilene, it really is. Because now that she's dead, the factory will close. But you're here to stop that happening, aren't you? Our future is in your hands, Miss Walker.
What? Anna Vorarlberg is dead?
Come on, then, hurry up. Add luggage to my room. Chop, chop, make it snappy.
Here's your room. I hope you like it, Miss Walker. I'll leave you to rest for the time being. You must have a lot of work to do. You know, the takeover of the factory is very good news for us here.
As I said
It would make
before,
us very happy
you
to
said you'll
see
leave me
life
to my
return
work,
to
and
our
then you
valley.
go on to elaborate and
If only
talk
you
all
had
this
seen
shit.
Valadilene before. It was delightful. People came from all over the world to buy Vorarlberg automatons. Ah, somebody has left you some mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss Walker.
There we go, finally. Okay. Anyway, this game, it's quite slow, but for being a game from 2002, it's really well animated, and it's beautiful, too. I've always loved... Here, you can read that on your own. I've already read that before. This is a fax from work, basically talking about what we need to do.
I should tell Marson about the death of Miss Vorarlberg. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too long.
I've always loved games in this style, with the static backgrounds and the fixed camera angles. Like, I love Resident Evil. I've loved, there's other games like Fear Effect. Games with beautiful backgrounds like this are so awesome. They're really a thing to behold, because...
I don't need that for the time being.
You're gonna hear that a lot. But they're really a thing to behold, because they're so beautiful. They're perfect. You know, you can't really get any better than these kinds of games, because the environment is so intricately detailed. It's intricately detailed. Because it's not like they have to focus on, like, being a super ray-traced, 8K fucking get every object from every angle, every little speck of dust. They've only got to focus on things from one angle, and sure, they have to be a little consistent about it. Well, maybe more than just one angle, but, like, back of the hall, front of the hall, thing like this. Anyway, I feel like it gives them the opportunity to make a really, really beautifully crafted environment. It looks good. It just looks good. And I love it. Games like Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Exodus, those games, the backgrounds and the environments and the artwork are so amazing to behold. They really are. And it's just great. Anyway, I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to talk on my phone in the middle of the, middle of the lobby here.
Marson and Lormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please? It's Kate Walker.
Hold the line, please.
Hello, Kate. So tell me, how's the case going?
I've just got to Valadilene, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid. Mrs. Vorarlberg is dead.
Ah, that's most unfortunate. But I seem to remember we made provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but...
So where's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
Very good, Mr. Marson.
Right, I gotta go, Kate. Keep me up to date, okay?
I just...
Yep, there we go. Your boss is kind of pushy, just what you might expect from a very busy man at a law firm. Anyway, this is what I mean by the environment. You really have to keep your eyes open, because there is shit all over the place. And if you miss an item, you'll spend more time going around trying to find the right thing than you will actually progressing through the story. The amount of time it took me to get from the start of this to the end of Chapter 1, it was so incredibly long. I missed one or two key items. One or two items. And missing those one or two items held me back for so long. I spent so much time looking for them. Because you really gotta have your eyes open. Oh, right. I gotta go talk to this dirtbag.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
Alright, my mission.
A fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Do you think you might want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. This guy is such a bullshitter, too. This fucking guy at the hotel, he's such a bullshitter. And I'll tell you why he's a bullshitter. Because he fucking sits there and he's like, oh, well, we just don't have time. And here, you'll see.
I think I'm going to need your help again.
Are you leaving already, Miss Walker? Should we bring down your luggage?
No, I'm not leaving yet. It's just that...
We would love to help, but just think what would happen if the telephone rang, or if a fax arrived, or if a customer came through the door. We don't have 5 minutes rest here. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No biggie.
See, he's a fucking bullshitter, this guy. Because he just said earlier, like, not 5 minutes ago, Oh, guests are so rare these days. What would we do if the phone rang or a fax came in? Oh no, what if somebody came in? It's like, dude, you weren't even at the fucking counter. You would never have known I was there unless I went out of my way to fucking ring the bell. You'd never know. So what the fuck what are you standing there for? Like, he's such a bullshitter. A real asshole. He's fucking lying to my face. What a two-timing prick.
The young boy who was here earlier talked about, Hans? Who is Hans?
Momo was talking about Hans Vorarlberg, Anna's younger brother. But he died a long time ago. Nobody here even met him.
Alright, what about Momo?
Who is the boy who was drawing here earlier? Is he your son?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. He's not a bad boy, no. Momo is just a little simple, that's all.
What is his connection with Anna Vorarlberg?
Momo is what you'd call the village idiot, and Anna took him under her wing. He must have reminded her of her younger brother, no doubt. And birds of a feather stick together, don't they?
You're implying that Anna Vorarlberg was a little bit slow as well?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. She was a real loner. She kept to herself, that's all.
Village idiot. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
I just love all these little mechanical robots. I've noticed there are tons of them here in Valadilene.
Be careful what you say. Vorarlberg automatons are not robots. If you want people to like you here, never ever pronounce the word robot.
Okay. What is the difference between an automaton and a robot, then?
Well, to tell you the truth, no one really knows.
Did you know Anna Vorarlberg yourself?
Oh, why, of course I did. I mean, well, not really. She was a very great lady. We loved her very much. May she rest in peace.
And that's all I got for
I'm gonna
you.
go look around Valadilene. See you later.
As you like, miss.
Yes, piss off. Get out of my face. Okay, the storm is over. We can go outside. We're done in this hotel. Let's move on. Everything is going to be fantastic. You're going to see a lot of this area coming up. You're going to see a lot of this area. This is an area you're going to see a lot of. Okay, we don't need to worry about that building for now. I forgot what's in this building now that I think about it. Can I even go in there?
No need.
No, there's no need. Never mind. There's literally no use to that building. I totally forgot. And this guy, he doesn't have anything important to say. He's just like, oh, nope, the bakeries are closed. It's a day of mourning because of the death of Anna Vorarlberg. Everything is closed down. Which is why you don't see a lot of people out on the streets and just stuff like that. Just generally stuff like that. So anyway, yeah. So here's a fun little thing. It's basically where you figure out how things work in this game. He holds it up, there's nothing there. The little eyes scan around on the page. Nothing there. So what do? Well, thankfully, we have a series of different faxes. We can throw it in his hands. Wrong, that's not the right one. There we go. That fax contains all the information for the notary, and since we're at the notary's office, you'll see. There's a little grating on the ears, but yeah, see, there you go.
I should talk to the notary.
Yeah, you talk to the notary, right. Anyway, that item in the back there, that is an item. I didn't know that was a fucking item I needed. I spent so much time looking for that one fucking item in this game. The instructions are not clear.
Hello, sir.
Not clear at all.
Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
Everything went very smoothly. Thank you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
Alright.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
Of course, I was waiting for you.
Whew, we're about to get into some context, some dialogue.
I am the legal representative for the Universal Toy Company. I'm responsible for...
So I understood, Miss Walker.
Yep.
Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed.
Whoa there. Everything was agreed. We'd obtained Anna Vorarlberg's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now, I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Metro Alphoter. My client and I are impatient to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Excuse me? An heir? But Madame Vorarlberg never married, as far as I know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker, believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Vorarlberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died. Understand, Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession. I am so very old. It seems that today life is slipping away from me more quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I will not be of this world to sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So, I must make this confession to you now. My brother, Hans, is still alive. It would not surprise me if you find this difficult to believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral, too, even though you were very young at the time. It was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Valadilene and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well. I repeat that Hans is still alive, so when I die, it is he who becomes the sole and rightful heir of our factory.
Okay, I see. If Hans Vorarlberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him. I suppose you've already contacted him? Where can I reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia. I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
This is the full letter detailing her confession and Hans's status and things like that.
Anna Vorarlberg had no further information to add?
Unfortunately not, Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation, in legal terms, is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Vorarlberg. Apparently, there is a body lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering around Syberia. It seems you have your work cut out for you. Believe me, Miss Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
Great. What now, then?
Perhaps you will find out more in the Vorarlberg factory archives. You will find the key in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest. You see, my health is not excellent at the moment, and my doctor forbids me from working for too long. I will not detain you for any longer, Miss Walker. Do not forget to close the door as you go out.
Goodbye, sir.
We do forget to close the door as we leave, by the way. We're the most careless individual on the planet in this game. We leave shit everywhere. Anyway, he said, oh, it's whatever, the key is somewhere on, I don't even remember what he said about the key. I literally didn't pay attention again. But anyway, that is the key right there. That tiny little speck in the background, which I fucking did not notice. I thought it was an umbrella. That is a key. That is a fucking key. If you can believe that, that is a key. This is the telescopic key. And it doesn't look like a fucking key. Nothing in this game is as it seems. But, whatever. Who gives a shit? It doesn't fucking matter. I've wasted my time with this game. For so long. For so long. Anyway, this should really... Oh, God. I forgot about this.
Hello?
Kate?
Dan, I'm so pleased to hear your voice.
How are you, honey? Did you have a good journey? Have you settled in?
It was long, tiring, damp especially, but I'm okay. Especially when you...
Everything going as planned?
Yeah, I mean, well, not really. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. You know, everything's so different here.
Actually, while we're on the subject, I managed to free myself up tomorrow lunchtime. I'll come and meet you at the airport. I hope the flight from Paris won't be delayed. We're expected at the Goldbergs about 8 o'clock. I hope you have the time to take a shower and change, my poor honey bun.
Dan, I don't think the Goldbergs tomorrow night is really on.
Don't worry, Kate. You'll be as perfect as ever. Anyway, you never have to wear much to look really great.
Dan, I'm going to have to extend my stay here. There's 1 or 2 complications. You understand?
Kate, honey, what are you talking about? It's only a measly toy factory.
The sale isn't going through as expected. I've got to stay a bit longer. Dan, you don't mind, do you?
But Katie, you can't do this to me. I mean, it's the Goldberg contracts. There's millions of dollars on the line here.
I know, I'm sorry. You go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll get back as soon as I can, I promise. Okay, I've got to go. I'll call you back soon. Love you, honey.
Alright, and there is the beginning of drama. There is the beginning of drama in the game. Also, I forgot to pick something up over here. But anyway, this first part of the game, I can't even imagine how fast this is going to go, knowing what I know now. We might be able to get through the first part of the game before the end of the episode here. Maybe, it's possible. I can't guarantee that, but there's... It's such a bafflingly, like, long game, not because of its actual longevity, but because it's so incredibly... Like, you have to observe your environment. It's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game. It's really not much of a puzzle game if you think about it. Because it's not like the traditional puzzles of, like, there's a solution to everything. It's more of like a point-and-click environmental game. There's no real puzzles to solve. Maybe 1, 2, I don't know. It's interesting, though. It still captures my attention. I'm still here and present for the story. I'm not really paying attention right now because I've already seen everything there is to see in this part of the game. But it's really interesting, I gotta be honest. I enjoy this game immensely. Anyway, I think the church might be open now. If it is, there's some business we can attend to there. It is open. Good, good, good. There it is open. Here we go.
Hello.
Kate, so what's new?
We've got a problem, Mr. Marson.
What problem? Come on, Kate, don't beat around the bush.
There's maybe an heir.
What?
Hans, Anna Vorarlberg's brother. Looks like he's still alive. We can't buy the factory without his consent.
What? What is this? Where's this mystery brother come from? And more to the point, where is he? What did the notary say?
Nothing. I mean, nothing else. You know, sir, it's an odd town here. Everything's odd. The people, things. The situation's not straightforward. I have a small bit of research to do.
Listen to me, Kate. Universal Toys is one of our biggest clients, and I don't care how weird that town is. All that matters is that you do not set foot back in New York before you've tied up the deal. Get the picture.
Yes, Mr. Marson. You can count on me. Darn it.
Yeah, you know, honestly, Kate comes off as kind of a bitch in some of her interactions, but she also gets, like... She also gets mixed up in, like, the bullshit of everybody fucking basically, like, getting on her back about every little thing, which kind of sucks. So, honestly, I feel for Kate in some ways. Sucks for her. She's got a lot of stress, and this is just the beginning of it. Like, imagine being in a faraway land, talking to people you don't know, Everybody's expecting you to make things go perfectly. Things get in the way of you doing the right thing. And at the end of the day, they're unhappy with you. Everybody's unhappy with you, and you can't go home. Boom. There's that key. I guess you could consider this first episode more, or this first chapter more of a walkthrough than anything.
I can't.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got a key for that reason, I forgot. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nothing in there, forgot about that. And there we go. There was no need to pick up all of that. Oh, here's the interesting thing. You see that there's something back here. You see that. But you also see there's a handle on the side. Well, it doesn't work unless you open this drawer. And when you open this drawer, you get a letter here to the priest, a confession talking about how Hans's death was actually a fake, a fraud. It wasn't real. You can read that on your own accord, and then you get a key. And now I'm leaving. There's nowhere else to go in this place. There's nowhere else to be. That door is locked. There's no point. Wait. Hold on. Am I wrong? Is there something else here, or am I just dumb? Is it completely locked? Yeah, it's completely locked. Yep, it's completely locked. Okay. And there's nowhere to get in. There's no way to get in there. This first time through, the world seemed so much more open to me. But after having played it and knowing what lies ahead, it's not as big as it seems. It's easy to get lost in your first playthrough, but it's not as big as it seems. And the environment is everything. I clicked on this, I didn't even notice this my first time through. That little box on the side I'm going to, I had no idea this was here. I just did whatever. I just walked past it, and then was like, oh, fuck. And this is where I discovered I needed the cogs. I had one cog, the one I picked up off the floor in the hotel. That was it. That's all I had. I had no idea there were more. I had to read a guide like 2 hours into the gameplay to figure out that I needed the cogs that were on the table. I didn't know that there were 4 of them. I was so dumb and I didn't observe what was going on. Alright. Anyway, there's a birdie here, and there's this little automaton guy, and the correct card is purple, and you'll see why.
I no longer need these punch cards.
No, you don't. It's good that you recognize that, Kate. Anyway, that opens up a crypt. And we're gonna go back down. They say Momo's not a bad kid, but he really is kind of a fucking shithead, considering he stole the gears to get this working. He didn't just steal the gears from someone, he stole the gears from a church. So, I mean, look, I get it. He's not all there up in the head. I get it. I understand. Anyway, it is what it is. We have exactly what we need to progress, though. This hat, we're going to use the Vorarlberg key on. There we go. Gonna open up the gates here. We get to step down. We're moving a few steps ahead of where the game expects us to be at this point. It really is a few steps ahead of where the game expects us to be. Maybe not ahead, I guess kind of moving laterally. You know, we branched off, we're gonna hit this path, and then it's just gonna come back around to the same place. Like, we could have done this much later, because it's not really important as of yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. This is supposedly where Hans is buried. But as you can see, there is no body inside. Only a news article talking about the theoretical death of Hans Vorarlberg. And then there's that cylinder there, which will come into play later. I'm not going to worry about that now. Forget that I even picked that up. Forget that any of this happened. That is not important until later. We will figure that one out. So now, our objective is to go to the factory. The factory is where we need to be going. Fuck, I clicked off the game. God damn it. It's gonna happen a few thousand more times before this day is done. I know that much. And, yeah. Now it's just a matter of getting Kate to move that booty on down to the factory. Another place which I just happened to walk by my first time playing through this area. And you're gonna see why. It's coming up real quick, like. Now in the background here, as I'm sure you can see in the background, you can see the factory on the side here. You can see the factory. Well, I have no idea how to get to that factory. I had no idea where to go. This side door right here, I ran up and down this street so many times looking for the tiniest little thing. Found it. Nope. Didn't seem to work.
That's going to work. It looks like something's...
Anyway. So we have the telescopic key for a reason. We put that in the little man's hands. It goes down into his head. You press that, and then it opens up. We get a cutscene. It's nice. It's really nice. I like it. So we can't go into the... That's the factory. This is where we need to go. That's a train station, and that is the house of the Vorarlbergs. But anyway, this is also something that I skipped by my first time through. Oh man, I'm just like going over all the mistakes I made because this game is so interactive. And it will hold you up if you're stupid and don't take your time to look around. So that goes in there, and that sets us up for the next puzzle we're gonna have to do in this game. Okay? I don't know why the transition thing is so far off to the side there, but it is what it is. I don't need to be at the train station yet. Let's go... Well, no, let's wait on that one. That opens up a whole nother path. I'm gonna finish off the factory before anything else. The factory is basically a one-shot. Don't need to worry about that. And then after the factory, we'll go off to the side there to the Vorarlberg's house, because that'll take us down a completely different path. And, yeah. The greatest moment of embarrassment I have in this game will come from this area here, and you're about to see what it is. You're about to see exactly where I fucked up. Exactly where I fucked up. I spent I wasted so much time looking for this, playing it on Twitch. You're about to see. This right here, this little chain right here, this little lever, I fucking missed that. I looked all the way around. My vision, sometimes when I play this game, gets cut in half, like straight down the middle. I was only looking on this side here. I didn't even bother to check on the right side for this. This is what I mean by being observant. And it seems like such a simple thing to miss, you know. But you'll find that happening to you. And I can't speak for everybody, but I know it definitely happens to a lot of people. Your vision gets like split in half down the middle of the screen. And you'll only be looking on like certain sides, like maybe up in the corner of the screen, and then you'll just leave. And I'm not the only one this has happened to, at least I hope I'm not. I missed this one chain, and this held up the entire game because I could not find this one thing. This is all I needed to progress. This is all I needed to progress. I had made so many steps in the right direction, but this held me back so much for so long and for so far. I had to look up a guide to tell me that I missed a chain. I didn't even need to, like, look at a picture to know what I missed. I didn't even need to, like, know where it was. I literally just had to go back to the room to figure out that I was an idiot. A total and complete idiot. Anyway. There is still quite a bit left here that we need to do.
Yes, hello?
Kate, what happened to you, my poor munchkin? I've been trying to contact you for hours.
I'm in Europe, Ma. Job thing.
What? Europe? My God. Oh, I've got such happy memories of Europe. Some of them even involve your father, but that's enough of that. Tell me, where are you? Paris? London? Venice?
Valadilene. Yeah, I know. It's a bit out in the boonies.
What in the world are you doing out there?
You know, business. I've got to see through the takeover of some old family business that's got a few debts. It's a really charming place, but there's one or two weird things going on here. I can't go into it now.
Oh, well, that's right. Your old mother's too dumb to understand it. You really do take after your father sometimes.
Mother.
Kate, you'll never guess who I saw yesterday?
Ma, I haven't got a lot of time, you know.
Frank!
Ma, please. I've got to go.
Frank! Frank Malkovich, the Russian opera singer. Well, maybe you don't remember him. He was quite a star in his day.
Listen, Ma, I really don't have the time. I'll call you back.
He is as charming as he always was. We spent the...
Mom, I really have to go. I'll call you back, I promise. Lots of love.
Kate!
There we go. And your mom gives you drama too. But first we're gonna activate this bad boy here. And while that's running its course, I'm gonna continue reading this article about Bannerlord from the perspective of an NPC. It's very interesting stuff. It really is interesting. Interesting stuff. This game is really well made, and it's so awesome to watch the animations because they're so good. I don't know why they are, but they just are. This game is very good looking. It is really good looking. And you're about to say hello to one of the game's most annoying characters. Let's give it a shot. You're about to say hello to the one and only Oscar. Kinda looks like a zombie at first, but, you know, he's an automaton.
Oh, many thanks indeed. I am most embarrassed for you to see me like this. I lack a certain completion. You see, nobody here found the time to polish off the finishing touches. Honestly, these days, we really have lost the art of good workmanship.
Yeah, maybe.
With whom do I have the honor of speaking? Could you please state your identity, articulating clearly?
My name is Kate. Kate Walker.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Model XZ2000. My common name is Oscar. I represent the technological zenith of this factory's production. I have been designed to drive a locomotive. A touch messy, but an essential task.
Alright, let's go down the list and see what Oscar has to say to us.
Have you logged my first and last name?
Perfectly. Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you.
Me too, Model XZ 2000.
Please, all my friends call me Oscar. This fad for cryptic names is such a bore. Could you imagine being called by your passport number?
I suppose not, Mr. Oscar. Sir.
My mission.
Do you know where I could find the factory paperwork?
I cannot reply to this question with precision. Try Anna Vorarlberg's office above the machine floor.
I need your help, Oscar.
When you are complete and totally functional, can you help me gather information about Hans Vorarlberg?
I'm afraid I can't, Kate Walker. Duty calls. Once I've recovered my feet, I have to see to my post on the train. It's waiting for its engineer.
Oh, what about the train?
You said you were a train engineer? What train would that be?
But Kate Walker, you have not seen the magnificent train waiting at the station?
And where is that train going, Mr. Oscar?
The train is going far away. Very, very far away indeed.
Are you taking any passengers?
My duty is to drive the train. Above all, to avoid delays. An engineer prides himself on punctuality. I will agree with you though, Kate Walker, that a train without passengers is hardly a train at all.
You haven't answered my question.
For further details, please consult Anna Vorarlberg.
Did we already do Hans?
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean something to you?
Of course, he created me. But I am sorry to say that I am yet to meet my maker.
Have you any idea where he might be right
Give
now?
me a few minutes, I'll
No,
let you meet
Kate
your
Walker,
maker.
But I am sure I would experience great metaphysical satisfaction in his presence.
Let's talk about Momo.
Do you know Momo?
No, Kate Walker.
Simple enough.
You are a very strange robot.
Automaton, if you please.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
Automatons have an additional soul auxiliary, you understand?
I think so.
Let's talk about Anna.
Has it been a long time since you last saw Anna Vorarlberg?
72 hours, 32 minutes, and 20 seconds to be precise. This regrettable absence explains the delay in my production process.
Anna Vorarlberg is dead, Mr. Oscar.
What do you mean by the notion of death, Kate Walker?
Broken. Disactivated. Worn out. Damaged. Unplugged.
Oh, that really is most bothersome. I'd rather counted on finishing my production.
Yeah, you don't give a shit about Anna, do you? You don't
Can I
give
be
a
of use
damn.
to you?
Why, you certainly can. I absolutely must have my feet. My hands are model XZ2003. My feet are model XZ2005_B. Be careful. The model XZ2005_A has evidenced some rather embarrassing performance failures.
Like bugs?
Automatons do not have bugs, Kate Walker. They simply display functional idiosyncrasies.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. What do I have to do to get you a pair of feet?
Use the assembly line to construct them. You will need a production punch card, on which is recorded my body design data. Here is my own punch card.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
One second.
Kate Walker.
Never mind. We're all good.
Oscar, I am
All right.
delighted to have met you. See you again soon, I hope.
Yes, Kate Walker.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Oscar is a piece of shit. I don't like Oscar because you'll find out in a moment how annoying he can really be. Anyway, the factory is on, we have his punch card, all we have to do now is go upstairs and figure something out. There's actually quite a lot to do up here, very essential stuff. These tasks are quite essential. Going to the office here, this is the office of Anna Vorarlberg, or rather whoever is doing the fucking factory stuff. So here's some paperwork, there's the design of the train, very unique, you can take a moment to admire that. On the left here we have a letter to Hans, signed by Anna, but cuts off at the end because she was sick. It may have been done just before she died. Of course, it makes sense. Yeah, that's not what I want. There's a lot of invoices and whatnot for debts that are owed to various companies. 2002.
Oh my gosh. Invoices, invoices, more invoices. I never knew the factory was in such a bad way financially. These last 2 years must have been very hard for Anna Vorarlberg.
Yeah, they were. They were very difficult for Anna Vorarlberg, as evidenced. Anyway, God damn it. That's basically that. And then the most important aspect of this room actually lies here in the bookshelf. You pull the book, it turns around, and boom! There, we got another cylinder. We can take this cylinder instead and get a cutscene.
Hans, where are you hiding? We've got to go home. We're late. Very late. Anna, over there. What do you mean, over there? Please, Hans, we've got to go. It's a secret. You've got to swear. Okay. I, Anna Vorarlberg, swear to my brother Hans to never ever mention this to anyone.
It's right there. You see?
But it's dark in there.
Don't worry, I took a lantern. From the factory. Girls, honestly.
You won't look so clever when Father notices you've stolen one of his lanterns. Oh, I'm all covered in mud because of you.
Look, Anna. Look.
I've seen paintings like this in a library book. They're like...
You swore, Anna. It's a secret between you and me. Hey, look. There's something else up there.
Oh, come on.
It's like a toy. I have to have it. Give me some light.
But Hans, it's much too high. Do be careful, Hans. Hans, be careful.
For weeks, my brother lay in a coma, hanging between life and death. And then one morning, he opened his eyes. But I knew he would never be the same again. We never did return to the cave. And to this day, I have never, ever betrayed our secret.
And that is the story of what happened to Hans. What happened to Hans was a real tragedy. A tragedy, I say. So the story is basically, as you'll come to find, that Hans, after that fall, he went into a coma because he hit his head. He had some head trauma. And when he woke up, it wasn't quite the same. He wasn't the same, but you can read all of that in a moment. Anna has a diary that we collect, which will expose a lot of that story. You can stop to read it yourself. I'll speak it out for all of us in a moment. I'll speak that story out and what all goes on there after we get to that point. Here is the solution to this puzzle. It's not really a puzzle, you could brute force it, it's just annoying how long it would take. So now the man has his feet. We no longer need to worry about Oscar's feet. It's down there. We can finish up this storyline real quick like. Boom, bang, bam. Ah, man, I was hoping to keep this, No, that's not what I want. Kate, don't go in there. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Kate. I had to go up and down this ladder, like, 10 different times in this game. Just because of how stupid I am. But look at this. Knowing the answers. This part of the game is so incredibly simple that we've probably spent like 45 minutes of actual game time playing the game and doing the puzzles or whatever, and the rest of it being like intro cutscene and whatnot. So, all kinds of stuff like that. And that's not quite it. We're not done yet. We're almost done. We are one step away from being done in the factory. And this is why I wanted to do this first, because we can just do it in one shot and then focus on everything else. We can go and give the feet to this man. He's gonna take them because he has no choice.
Here are your feet, Oscar. I hope they fit.
Kate Walker, I see you managed to produce 2 XZ2005_B models.
That's right, buddy. I got you legs custom fitted just for you, my man. Just for you. Yep, there you go. Thumbs up.
Allow me to express a real feeling of joy, Kate Walker.
They really suit you. Comfy?
Very. You are very kind, Kate Walker. I am sorry to have to leave you.
Where are you going?
I must find my train. Its departure is imminent.
See, he looks like a zombie, like a Resident Evil zombie. And I would shoot him in the head if given the opportunity, just because he looks so freaky. But, I guess he's okay for the time being. Anyway, that's the factory. We're completely done here. This workshop is important, by the way. This workshop is very important. But you'll see why. It's more like contextually important than it is functionally important to the game. Like, there's a story reason why it's important. Not so much like I need to go there again. We're done in the factory. And like the careless bitch we are, not only did we leave the notary office door open, we are just gonna leave this factory powered for forever, I guess. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It can't exactly catch fire because there's not much going on there. It's water powered. But yeah, so let's move on to the next part of the story and try to finish out chapter 1 before the end of the video here today. This is the Vorarlberg Manor. Very nice looking, very great. Unfortunately, we get to explore absolutely none of it. It's really unfortunate that we don't get to explore any of the Vorarlberg Manor. It's really unfortunate, because I would like to see the inside, because this game is so beautifully detailed. There's a lady here, a little caretaker lady. I'm not going to talk to her because she says one thing and nothing else, and it's just a waste of time. But anyway, so here's the statue has half its face broken off. I don't know if we ever come back here at any point. I highly doubt it because of what happens later on in the game. And by later on, I mean like 15 minutes from now, when I finish chapter 1. But yeah, it's yep. There's a lot of areas in this game you'd think you'd be able to go to, but you really just aren't. Like, that gate seems significant, but it's locked. That seems significant for some reason, but it's not. There's nothing you can do with it. There's all kinds of doors that you can't interact with. Or you can interact with, but they're just locked or lead you to nowhere. Like, you can't go in the front or the back of this place. However, you can go up the side and into the top. Using this awesome and fantastic little device here. It's just a ladder. So Anna has not only left the door open and left a factory powered for all eternity, she has broken into the estate now and is just wrecking havoc doing that. There's a bottle of ink, and here's a diary from Anna Vorarlberg. You can read through this if you'd like. Just go ahead, take some time to read through it. It basically documents the entire account of, like, Hans and their trip to the cave and what happened after they went to the cave. And the years preceding and how she went to college and finally came back. And basically just the decline of her family since the incident with Hans in the cave, and how he's actually, despite the fact that they thought that he was mentally retarded because of his fall and, like, had trouble getting his faculties back, it turns out he may not actually be mentally retarded, but rather choosing to be a certain way, to be quiet, and even though he can speak and has conversations with Anna, is, rather despondent toward their father, and seems to be actually quite a genius when it comes to designing the automatons, and has innovations that he has come up with that have streamlined processes for the family, so he's actually quite skilled at what he does. Really producing amazing results for the factory, and this basically just talks about that entire journey and how he eventually gets tired of being at the factory because he gets locked away inside by his father because he wants to leave. Hans finally leaves, but he makes these little voice cylinders here for Anna to listen to, which are like secret messages back and forth between the two until Hans is finally gone. And here's Momo like a freak coming up behind.
Mammoth. You draw mammoth for Momo?
Ah, Momo, it's you. You scared me.
Now we gotta talk to this fool.
What are you doing in here?
Momo want mammoth picture, like Hans' picture.
Sorry, I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me.
Take paper and pencil and draw mammoth for Momo.
You don't give up easily, do you?
Anyway, I don't want to talk to him because he literally, oh wait, cave?
Tell me, Momo. I heard about a cave. You look like a smart little fellow. You wouldn't know where it is, would you?
Draw mammoth for Momo.
Okay, here's the deal. I draw you a mammoth, and you tell me about the cave, okay?
But first, draw mammoth for Momo.
Momo,
He literally
I've
doesn't.
gotta go.
He doesn't say a damn thing to us other than talking about the mammoth. He says nothing of import. Every conversation with Momo is an absolute teeth grinder, because he says nothing important whatsoever at any point ever. So I'm probably gonna skip past a lot of his dialogue because he says nothing important. He does not say anything important whatsoever. Momo he's the village idiot, as was so aptly put before. And that is what it is, you know. It is what it is. He doesn't say anything important whatsoever. He just talks about, Anna very close with me. You know, I don't know. He just doesn't even say anything important. Hold on, I can't do that yet. I have to give him the drawing. There we go.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
Hurry up, Momo. And now we've got to go play. I got to go play with Momo and literally abuse the fact that he is mentally handicapped. Kate is actually quite a bitch. Okay. We good? What is happening? Are you fucking kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. No fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no way. How can this happen? It's fucking frozen. There's no reason. It's done. Anyway, that's all I got for now. It's an hour long. I'll finish the. We'll do it next time. We'll finish this up next time. Do an intro to the game in the second chapter, because we're literally like 5, maybe 10 minutes off of finishing this game up. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here and sticking with me through this. If you enjoyed the video, please like, leave a comment down below to tell me what you think. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. Share the videos to spread the good word, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, friends.